convincing them to do it in the first place. Because despite the fact we'd had a huge amount of feedback from the Environment Agency and other bodies for the original SciAS project, when push came to shove and we said, yeah, okay, we can offer you this course, then it was, well, I'm not too sure how, whether we'll be able to get this past regional management. And so they could see how it would be, they could send staff to a one-day knowledge transfer or update event, but actually saying, we want to do a whole course for you, was quite a step for them. And that was the first hurdle to overcome, I think. The next one was the one which I think they all overcame really very quickly, which is they'd never worked like this before. And some of them said, although it was a little bit similar to work they'd done or the way they'd worked in their masters, they'd never done that in that size before, tackling that breadth of topic, which forces you to be really ruthless about identifying key bits of information. So that was a challenge, but one I expected to be more of a challenge than it was. The other challenge was the pragmatics, really, which is the Environment Agency is still an institution that is being restructured at various points and times. And we did have one student who had to withdraw, and they had to withdraw because they'd just been appointed to a new position, and part of their remit was Wales. So and they were going to have to go and work away, and the part of that meant they looked at their timetable and they couldn't work out how on earth, even with phone conferences and all the rest of it, they could take part. So that was the only student that who had to withdraw, and that was an indication of, probably rightly, how the course was seen within the Environment Agency, that yes, they wanted people to do it, and there were some things that could be moved to allow them to do it, but there are other things that they either have for example, the emergency management side of things, no course trumps emergency management. So they made it very clear at the beginning, if there is an incident, then that will be it, that until the thing is sorted out. There were instances where, some particular individuals were badly hit. The worst one was the student who had to withdraw, but there are probably 3 or 4 others who had issues in attending, and that was not, they were not of their making. It was the nature of their job, and they did their best to catch up by talking to other members of their team outside of the sessions and things, but that was an issue. It's not like a sort of a standard business where it's fairly obvious what's going to happen for the next few months. There are external forces that they've got absolutely no control over, but they have to respond to immediately and in a particular way. So that was a challenge.